Hello student and welcome to our today's class. In our today's class, we are going to talk about the surface area, and we are going to focus on the surface area of the regular figures. And to start with, we have got the cubes and the cuboids. But first things first, what is surface area? Surface area, it is simply the sum of the areas of all the surfaces of a solid. So if we have this kind of a solid and we make an assumption that this solid is actually closed in all the sides, so we are going to have the area of this face, which is the same as the area of the face on the other side, the area of the bottom, which is the same as the area of the top, the area of this side, which is the same as the area of this other side. If we get the areas of all those surfaces and then we add, then we are going to get the surface area of this particular solid. So let us do the calculation for this particular solid. So if we can start with this particular face here, it is rectangular in shape, so we have the area is going to be length times width, which is actually going to be 10 times 6, and then we should remember to multiply by 2 because we have a similar face on the other side. This is going to be 60 times 2, it is actually 120 centimeters squared. Let us talk about the bottom. The area will be equal to length, which is 10, times the width, which is 8, and then we also multiply by 2, which is going to give us uh, 80 times 2, which is 160 centimeters squared. Then we talk about this particular face on this side, where now the length is going to be 8 and the width is going to be 6. So the area will be equal to 8 times 6, which we should also multiply by 2 because of this face, which is similar on the other side. So we are going to find this is 48 times 2, which is going to be 96. We're going to have 96 centimeters squared. So if we add these areas, then we should get the surface area for this particular cuboid. This is a cuboid because the sides are not equal. So you will find that this is going to be 120 plus 160 plus 96, which gives us 376, which gives us 376 centimeters squared, and that is actually the surface area for this particular cuboid. But if all the sides were equal, then we could be having a cube, and the procedure is the same because it is going to have the same dimension all through. All those faces are the same dimension. We just get the surface or the area of one side, and then we multiply by 6 for the case of the cubes, because actually it is going to be sorry, it is going to be something like this. So we are going to have a figure that is having a shape similar to this, where all the faces are actually equal. If all the faces are equal, then we simply get the face or the area of one face. Maybe it is 7 by 7 and by 7 here. So we just get the area of one face and then we multiply by 6. So that now the area will be equal to 7 times 7, which is going to be 49. Then we multiply by 6 so that we can get the total surface area for a cube. But for the cuboid, we get the area of one face, we multiply by 2 because we have got a similar face on the other side. And all through we do that, and then we sum to get the total surface area. Then we can be given another solid, which is actually what we normally refer as a prism. If you are given a prism and you are told to calculate the surface area, if you can be able to look at this prism, we are told that these triangles that we have here are 90-90, so they are right angled triangle, and therefore we can be able to apply the area of a triangle, which is given by a half times the base, which is 5, times the height, which is 12, and then we multiply by 2 because of this similar triangle on the other side. So this one gives us a 6. 6 times 5 is 30, so it is going to be 60 centimeters squared. Then we can talk about the area of this surface that is here, which is rectangular in shape, and the area will be equal to the length, which we are told is 20, times the width, which is 13, which will give us what? This is 26, which is going to be 260 centimeters squared. Then we can talk about the area of the side on the opposite side, which is going to have a length of 20 and the width of 12. So the area will be equal to 20 times 12, which will give us what? 20 times 12 is going to be 240 centimeters squared. Then we can talk about the area of the base. The area of the base, which is given by length times width, which is 20 times 5, which is going to give us 100 centimeters squared. So if you sum all these together, you are going to find that the surface area is going to be what? It's going to be 60 plus 2 plus 260 plus 240 plus 100, which gives us 660. That becomes the surface area for this particular prism. We can also be told we calculate the surface area of a figure which we normally refer as a cylinder. Remember, a cylinder, it is actually a figure that has got a circular top and a circular uh, base, and then it is going to have a particular height. And note, the base and the top are going actually to be similar. So the two circles are the same in terms of size, and now we have the height. So the surface area of a cylinder, it is going to be of two categories, because we can have a closed cylinder and an open cylinder. For the case of a closed cylinder, whereby the top and the bottom surfaces are there, we normally get the surface area this way. Remember, the top and the bottom are circular. Because they are circular, we normally use the formula for a circle, which is pi r squared. So it's going to be 2 pi r squared. We multiply by 2 here because we have got two circles, and then plus the curved surface, plus the curved surface. The curved surface, it is normally obtained by, actually remember, if we slide, if we actually open this side here, if we remove the top and the bottom, and then we slice this particular curved surface, and actually we flatten it, we are going to have a figure like that. I'm just imagining if we remove the top and we remove the bottom, and then we slice this particular height, and then we unfold it, we are going to have something like this. And remember, the distance from here to here, it is actually going to be the same as the circumference, because we slice it here and then we unfold, is going to be here. And how do we get the length of the circumference of a circle? We know it is pi d, or 2 pi r. At about this one, it is actually the h. The distance from here to here, if we open it here, is going to be the same as h. So the curved surface is normally given by 2 pi r h. So the total surface area of a closed cylinder is normally 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. That is actually the formula for getting the surface area of a closed cylinder. But for the open, it simply means that it does not have a top. It's actually like a container that does not have a top. So it is going to be pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. That is actually the formula for getting the surface area of an open cylinder. And then you can be able to to get the surface area as required. Thank you very much and have a blessed moment.